So I'm spearheading a group of community members, Puerto Ricans and allies, who are getting together to provide hurricane relief for Puerto Rico. Many of us have family members and loved ones in Puerto Rico that are going through difficult times, and we're doing this in order to contribute to the reconstruction of Puerto Rico and also due to the inadequate federal response. The little bit of aid that they are receiving is still not really coming from federal sources. So people are receiving aid from efforts such as the ones that we are organizing, that are community-based efforts that are delivering aid to specific people in Puerto Rico. It's operating through formal and informal community networks. So some people have organized food drives. Some folks have organized plane deliveries to Puerto Rico of various kinds of materials, including things like solar-powered lamps and solar-powered everything, really. Water purification systems. There are many different kinds of efforts that are taking place and many efforts to coordinate among those different groups as well. So far we've created a network here in Kalamazoo and connected also to folks beyond the Kalamazoo area in Michigan to create a support system for refugees, and we're also in the process of planning several events that can act as fundraisers that we can then channel those funds towards specific community-based organizations. So there are several ways that people can help. They can contact their representatives and senators in Congress, and they can demand a full relief package for Puerto Rico. We really need people to step that up. That pressure is going to be fundamental. We also need folks to demand that the debt in Puerto Rico be declared odious and be eliminated. There's no way that Puerto Rico can recover from this storm under austerity measures. And we also need folks to do those donations to the institutions of their choice, whether it be, large institutions or community-based organizations. There are many ways that people can donate, and it's all necessary. It's a humanitarian crisis, and there's a question of the protection of life that is fundamental. And also people in the United States have a responsibility to care, because the history of Puerto Rico has been written in conjunction with the history of the United States. The consequences, if we do nothing, are very dire. We already see that the most vulnerable in Puerto Rico are dying as a result of dehydration, lack of access to food, from heat stroke, from lack of access to things like oxygen and insulin. So if we do nothing, we're going to see large numbers of people dying in Puerto Rico. We're also going to see a massive migration out of Puerto Rico. Even people who don't want to leave the island will feel like they have to. And we're also going to see the violation of the human rights of a large number of U.S. citizens who need assistance and have the right to expect that assistance from the U.S. government as well from the Puerto Rican government.